Hello everyone and welcome for today's video. This video is prepared by the second year B.Ed students of GVM's Dr. Dada Vaidya College of Education, Farmagudi, Fonda, Goa. This is our environment project which is based on protecting the trees, that is Chipko Andolan, which was guided by our mentor Dr. Ananina Josh, and our group members are Rasvita Naik, Seena Naik, Manuja Savadekar, Ankita Baikar and Prajyoti Khandeparkar. Now observe this video.
1731 में जोधपुर के राजा अभय सिंह को युद्ध से थोड़ा अवकाश मिला तो उन्होंने महल बनवाने का निश्चय किया। नया महल बनाने के कार्य में सबसे पहले चूने का भट्टा जलाने के लिए ईंधन की आवश्यकता बताई गई। राजा ने मंत्री गिरधारी दास भंडारी को लकड़ियों की व्यवस्था करने का आदेश दिया। मंत्री गिरधारी दास भंडारी की नजर महल से करीब 25 किलोमीटर दूर स्थित गांव खेजड़ली पर पड़ी। मंत्री गिरधारी दास भंडारी व दरबारियों ने मिलकर राजा को सलाह दी कि पड़ोस के गांव खेजड़ली में खेजड़ी के बहुत सारे पेड़ हैं, वहां से लकड़ी मंगवाने पर चूना पकाने में कोई दिक्कत नहीं होगी। इस पर राजा ने तुरंत अपनी स्वीकृति दे दी। खेजड़ली गांव में अधिकांश विश्नोई समाज के लोग रहते थे। विश्नोइयों में पर्यावरण के प्रति प्रेम और वन्य जीव संरक्षण जीवन का प्रमुख उद्देश्य रहा है। खेजड़ली गांव में प्रकृति के प्रति समर्पित इसी विश्नोई समाज की 42 वर्षीय महिला अमृता देवी के परिवार में उनकी 3 पुत्रियां आशु, रत्नी, भागुबाई और पति रामू खोड़ थे, जो कृषि और पशुपालन से अपना जीवन यापन करते थे। खेजड़ली गांव में राजा के कर्मचारी सबसे पहले अमृता देवी के घर के पास लगे खेजड़ी के पेड़ को काटने आए तो अमृता देवी ने उन्हें रोका और कहा कि यह खेजड़ी का पेड़ हमारे घर का सदस्य है, यह मेरा भाई है, मैंने इसे राखी बांधी है और मैं इसे नहीं काटने दूंगी। इस पर राजा के कर्मचारियों ने प्रतिप्रश्न किया, इस पेड़ से तुम्हारा धर्म का रिश्ता है तो इसकी रक्षा के लिए क्या तुम लोगों ने कोई तैयारी की है? इस पर अमृता देवी और गांव के लोगों ने अपना संकल्प घोषित किया, सिर साठे रूख रहे तो भी सस्तो जान, अर्थात हमारा सिर देने के बदले में यह पेड़ जिंदा रहता है तो हम इसके लिए तैयार हैं। उस दिन तो पेड़ कटाई का काम स्थगित कर राजा के कर्मचारी चले गए, लेकिन इस घटना की खबर खेजड़ली और आसपास के गांवों में शीघ्रता से फैल गई। कुछ दिन बाद मंत्री गिरधारी दास भंडारी लाव लश्कर के साथ पूरी तैयारी से सूर्योदय होने से पहले गांव आए। जब पूरा खेजड़ली गांव सो रहा था तब गिरधारी दास भंडारी और उनके साथ आए लोगों ने सबसे पहले अमृता देवी विश्नोई के घर के सामने लगे खेजड़ी के हरे पेड़ों को काटना शुरू किया। तो आवाजें सुनकर अमृता देवी अपनी 3 पुत्रियों के साथ घर से बाहर निकली। उन्होंने यह कृत्य विश्नोई धर्म में वर्जित होने के कारण उसका विरोध किया। तब मंत्री गिरधारी दास भंडारी ने द्वेषपूर्ण भाव से अमृता देवी के उस पेड़ को छोड़ने के बदले रिश्वत में धन मांगा, तो उन्होंने उसकी मांग को इनकार कर दिया और कहा कि यह हमारी धार्मिक मान्यता के खिलाफ है और उसका घोर अपमान है। उन्होंने कहा इससे अच्छा तो वह हरे पेड़ों को बचाने के लिए अपनी जान दे देंगी। इस बात से नाराज होकर राजा के लोगों ने अमृता देवी विश्नोई का सर उन कुल्हाड़ियों से काट दिया जिन कुल्हाड़ियों को पेड़ काटने के लिए लाया गया था। अपनी माँ का सर कटते देखकर उनकी 3 बेटियां वे भी आसपास के पेड़ से चिपक गई, उनका भी सिर काट दिया गया। यह पहली बार था कि एक वृक्ष को कटने से बचाने के लिए मानव जीवन को समर्पित कर दिया गया, कुर्बान कर दिया गया। यह खबर जंगल में आग की तरह फैल गई। आसपास के 84 गांवों के लोग आ गए और उन्होंने एक मत से तय कर लिया कि एक पेड़ से एक विश्नोई लिपटकर अपने प्राणों की आहुति देगा। सबसे पहले बुजुर्गों ने प्राणों की आहुति दी। तब मंत्री गिरधारी दास भंडारी ने विश्नोइयों को ताना मारा कि ये अवांछित बूढ़े लोगों की बलि दे रहे हैं। उसके बाद तो ऐसा जलजला उठा कि बड़े बूढ़े, जवान, बच्चे, स्त्री पुरुष सब में प्राणों की बलि देने की होड़ मच गई। विश्नोई जन पेड़ों से लिपटते गए और प्राणों की आहुति देते गए। आखिरकार मंत्री गिरधारी दास भंडारी को पेड़ों की कटाई रोकनी पड़ी। जब तक ये तूफान थमा तब तक कुल 363 विश्नोइयों ने पेड़ों की रक्षा में अपने प्राणों की आहुति दे दी। इनमें 71 महिलाएं थी और 292 पुरुष थे। खेजड़ली की धरती पर लाल रक्त बह गया। खेजड़ली की धरती विष्णुइयों के बलिदानी रक्त से लाल हो गई। वह मंगलवार 21 सितंबर 1731 का ऐतिहासिक दिन विश्व इतिहास में हमेशा हमेशा के लिए दर्ज हो गया। पूरे विश्व इतिहास में ऐसा एक भी उदाहरण देखने नहीं मिलता है जो इसके समकक्ष हो, जहां प्रकृति की रक्षा के लिए इतना बड़ा बलिदान दिया गया हो। इस घटना से राजा के मन को गहरा आघात लगा। उन्होंने विश्नोई समाज को ताम्रपत्र से सम्मानित करते हुए जोधपुर राज्य में पेड़ कटाई को हमेशा हमेशा के लिए प्रतिबंधित घोषित कर दिया और इसके लिए कड़े दंड का प्रावधान भी किया। विश्नोई समाज का यह बलिदानी कार्य आने वाली अनेकों शताब्दियों तक पूरी दुनिया में प्रकृति प्रेमियों को एक नई प्रेरणा और उत्साह का संचार करता रहेगा। विश्नोई समाज आज भी अपने गुरु जम्भोजी महाराज की 29 नियमों की सीख पर चलकर राजस्थान के रेगिस्तान में खेजड़ी गांव में पेड़ों और वन्य जीवों
As you can see in this video that how Amrita Devi and her family members die in order to protect the trees. This action of her inspired many Bishnois, and more than 300 Bishnois sacrificed their life in order to save the trees. This is the first time in the history that somebody sacrificed their life in order to save the trees. This action inspired many people. Now we will see what is Chipko movement. It was started in 1970, aimed to protect trees. The word Chipko refers to stick or to hug. The main objective of this movement was to ensure an ecological balance. Most of the leaders of the movement were village women and men. The Chipko movement, also called Chipko Andolan, is non-violent, social and ecological movement by rural villagers, particularly women in India in 1970s, aimed to protecting trees and forests slated for government-backed logging. Now we will see the aim of Chipko movement. First, to save the trees in that area because the forest is the main source of livelihood in tribal areas. Second, to maintain the ecological balance. So, the people of that area were totally dependent upon forest for their food, shelter, etc. So, the aim of Chipko movement was to save the trees and to maintain ecological balance of that area. Now we will see the history behind Chipko movement. It was carried out all over the India in order to save trees of the forest for being cut down. It was originated in Rajasthan in 20th century. Bishnoi community living around the forest protested against the king wishes to cut down the forest trees. Women and men hugged the trees to prevent cutting down the trees. Many people lost their lives during this protest. As you all had seen in the first video that how people sacrificed their life in order to protect the trees. So, the Bishnoi community of Rajasthan protested against the king and sacrificed their life in order to save the trees.
Now we'll see the causes of Chipko movement. In Uttarakhand during the 20th century, large scale of deforestation brought a lot of hardship to common people. You all know how deforestation affects on the flora and fauna. It leads to carbon emission, climatic changes and also a loss of ecological functions. Problems also arose due to the insufficient policy of the government. Lack of environmental and ecological awareness in society. People gave up on keeping large livestock, caused malnutrition among people, heavy effect on the ecological balance of the region, poor condition of land. Due to deforestation, the land loses its fertility and it affects very badly on the particular patch of the land. Scarcity of drinking water. If there are no trees, there will be no rainfall, there will be no roads to hold the water. So people were suffering from the scarcity of drinking water. Government turned deaf ears to people's condition. Government completely ignored what people were suffering, what problems they were facing. They were only focused on the multi-purpose project and they completely closed their eyes to people's problem. So, some of the leaders who come forward and fought against this. Now we'll see the founder of Chipko Andolan. First we have the Sundarlal Bahuguna. He was the environmentalist, enlightened country in our world about the movement, its success in the environmental impact. The idea of Chipko movement was of his wife and action was taken by him. Fighting for the preservation of the forest areas of Himalayan region. He gave the proper direction for the Chipko movement and its success was world immediately took notice of the Chipko movement and the government also made the survey and found that it is the ecological important forest and passed a notice that felling of the tree will be banned for coming 50 years. This notice was passed in the year 1980. This was the success of this protest. They went for the hunger strike for the many days. And he also given the slogan that ecology is the permanent economy. And he was also awarded with the Padma Bhushan for his contribution in the movement. Next we have the great lady, Gaura Devi. She was the head of the village Mahila Mangal Dal, mobilized village women for the movement when the company men marched to cut the trees. She confronted and challenged the men to shoot her instead of cutting down the trees. And she described the forest as the one Devata. After that, government made a proper survey of that particular village and they found that it is the rainy forest and ecological sensitive areas and passed the notice that no trees should be felled there and planned 10 years ban over that particular region in Uttarakhand. She had also given the slogan that the forest nurture us like a mother. You will only be able to use your axis on it, but you have to use them first on us. So this slogan means that the forest treats us like a mother and before cutting the trees, you need to cut us. Chandi Prasad Bhatt. He organized the rallies to protect the forest from the mass destruction. He had also given the slogan that let them know we will not allow the felling of a single tree. When the men raise their axes, we will embrace the tree to protect them. So this slogan means that we will not allow to cut of a single tree. If they come to cut the tree, we will hug the tree and will protect the tree from being cut.
So, why did women support Chipko movement? The message of the Chipko workers made a direct appeal to a rural woman. For a rural woman, saving the environment was crucial to the economic survival. Is a primary food, civil and water gatherers, women had a strong interest in reversing deforestation, desertification and water pollution. Success of Chipko Andolan. Success of Chipko Andolan, the movement has spread to many states in the country. It stopped the felling of trees in the Western Ghat and the Vindhyas. After the Chipko Andolan, the cutting down of trees in the Western Ghat and the Vindhyas was stopped. Achieved a major victory in 1980 with a 50 years ban on the green felling in the Himalayan forest. After Chipko Andolan, the major achievement was in 1980 the 50 years ban was on the green felling in the Himalayan forest. By 1981, over 1 million trees had been planted through their effort. So, in year 1981, millions of trees were planted due to this Chipko Andolan.
Let's see one case study which was recently happened in Goa. Sher Mirauli Gureli Sattari, Goa. The protest against the IIT project as Mirauli Panchakroshi Gram Bachao Andolan. The cabinet had approved 10 lakh square meter land for the IIT project. As per the census recorded, around 81.38 hectares of the 1629.14 hectares of land in Mirauli is full of forest. Mirauli is located in the close proximity of Bondla Wildlife Sanctuary, Maidar Wildlife Sanctuary and Mahavir Wildlife Sanctuary. Mirauli forest is the main source of livelihood for people. Because of the fertile land in and around Mirauli, a natural endowment of the state has long been used by the villager to cultivate and earn a living from kaju plantation, and also declare Mirauli as an ecological sensitive area. The Western Ghat, which stretches to areas that are included in the proposed site of the IIT campus, is a natural biosphere containing a very dense forest covered and many indigenous and often endangered species of fauna. Vast stretches of this forest cover may had to be leveled in order to clear adequate space for the construction of the campus. So, the locals protesting against the Land Demarcation Authority. The people from the nearby village, especially the women, come forward for the protection of their land and forest. So women came out in large number to protest from destruction of the forest.
Importance of Chipko movement for environmental protection. To protect forest resources from destruction and conserve it for future. Trees help to prevent soil erosion, landslide and flood. In this picture, we can see that roots are holding soil very firmly. In such way, it helps to prevent soil erosion and landslide. Trees help to bring rainfall. To maintain an ecological balance. Human activities have largely been responsible to disturb ecological balance, and it has brought various climatic changes in our nature. Human activities such as hunting of animals, then deforestation, is disturbing balance of nature. If we continue to destroy our forest like this, then the day will come when we will not get the oxygen to breathe and we will not survive on this earth. So today, let's take a pledge to protect our forest, plant more trees and make our earth beautiful. झाडे लावा, झाडे जगवा. Thank you.